Welcome back, brothers, sisters, and fellow patriots. Today we are going to be talking about some really weird stuff. We all know that the world just gets stranger and stranger and odder every day. But what I haven't done is just a video on some of the really weird stuff going on out there. Now remember, my channel is all about the Christian perspective on things. So I do try to keep it clean and keep it nice. Even though sometimes there's some videos that might have a little bit risque stuff and a more cuss word here or there, I try and limit all of that out that I can. But sometimes I can't limit everything out without you being able to see and understand what's going on in the video. So, today there's going to be several very interesting but very odd videos. I hope you enjoy them. Maybe we can figure out what they are and what they aren't together. Or if not, nothing else, maybe we'll all just have a really good laugh. Alright, let's go to this first one. And this one seems to be in Russia. And it is very strange indeed. So take a look at it. And then I will come right back and we'll talk about it.
Šta Beograđani došli ovdje se snimate, mater vam jebem. Ajmo. Sikter. Diš ti vlada. Aj baci. Jebe mamu ja u pičku žvalavu.
Okay, I don't know if you got a good look at that. But it seems to be one female in a bridal dress out in a field of wheat where there's a farmer going through. And I don't know, 20, 30 men. It doesn't appear that they are dressed appropriately for the occasion, if you know what I mean. Very odd indeed, and you know, I don't know what the farmer is saying as he's riding through the crops, but at least they all tend to kind of get out of the way. She just tends to run off, and the other ones just kind of slowly walk through the weeds, or through the grain, I'm sorry, but I'm sure that they probably couldn't really run too fast, could they, at that moment? What I don't know is, okay, the guy in the tractor thing, whatever, is he shocked by this? Is this something that he's seen before? It doesn't seem like he's yelling at him to get out of my field or anything. Or is this some kind of weird Russian tradition that here in America we're just not familiar with? Like in the local town, you know, maybe there's not enough females for all the guys of age to marry, so they have a tradition that they go out during the day one day in the field at a certain time of year, and I don't know, maybe she picks a guy, or maybe they gotta catch the bouquet. I don't know. Maybe who can survive running through the field the fastest without getting total whiplash. I don't know. But weird, and still yet not as weird as the things that we're seeing daily in our government life, is it? Alright, let's go on to the next video. And let me know if you've ever seen anything like this before. And this is a natural weird, not one by humans, but nonetheless still weird. Take a look at this.
Whoa, that's freaky. It's a skull. Have you ever taken a close look at the freaky skull marking on the death's head hog moth? Yes, it's real. And yes, it's alive. What a beautiful insect, isn't it? And it has a bright yellow abdomen, as you can see. Wow.
Okay, so what did you think of that? That's weird looking, isn't it? And pretty gross, too. I mean, either way you look at it, it's still a bug. The skull on it, I don't know. I'm sorry. That would be like a bad omen to me. You know, with Native Americans, the moth normally, if you see some kind of weird or giant moth around, it normally is supposed to symbol that something catastrophic is coming. It's like a warning. Now, granted, I'm not saying that's what this specific moth is, but I swear if I saw a moth with a skull on the back of its head looking at me, I would freak out. I would totally freak out, and that would be one dead moth. Even if it didn't have a skull on its back, if it came in the house, it's probably going to be dead. I'm sorry. Anybody that tries to come in the house, it's a death sentence. I'm going to kill you. But I had never seen anything like that before, and it's very weird and odd as well. This is definitely Oddities Day for this video segment. I hope you're enjoying it. Alright, let's go on to the next video I have for you, which this one is odd and scary because it's a combination of a Tesla, which those are just odd anyway. Elon Musk, he's just odd. But this is what happens with the Tesla and what it picks up in a supernatural, spiritual, odd way. Take a look at this, and I'll be right back to talk about it.
Hey guys, you gotta check this out. Okay, this guy is literally inside a cemetery with a Tesla, and his radar is showing kids and people nearby walking and riding bikes, playing and stuff, as if he's driving through a park. Is this the Cove IDs on the dead bodies that didn't get cremated?
Alright, what did you think about that? Very, very odd indeed. Now, was the Tesla just having some kind of malfunction issues? Or was it seeing something that we couldn't see with our naked eye? Because from what was said about it, allegedly, it wasn't doing that anywhere else. It was only doing it whenever the guy went and parked specifically in that location. So I'm not sure. That's one of those, it's kind of up to you. Or was it a hoax? I don't know. But it was definitely, definitely odd indeed. Okay, now let's go to this next video. Now this next video, so that you know, this is in Milan. And this is an immigrant acting very, very odd, which we've all been seeing pretty much all around the world in different nations. A lot of really, really odd activities. But wait until you see this one. Now, that was definitely some odd behavior from the guy, and what's crazy is that nobody was hurt during that, fortunately. But I mean, somebody just running around with an axe like that, trying to just hurt anybody who came near him. And we're seeing a lot of that with people these days, aren't we? They're just out to hurt anyone and anything that comes even near them. I don't know, it didn't say if the police caught the guy or not, or if they even tried, you know. Being an immigrant, they probably would have just gone after the people for running away. How dare you run away from him? You should have stayed still. Can't you see? Poor guy was just frustrated and trying to take it out on somebody. How dare you run from him? That's what we would probably see. At least here in America, I'd imagine. Ooh, but that's scary. The guy ran a little bit like a little bit of a soy boy, didn't he? A little sissified. Did you see the way he was running? If you didn't back it up and take a look at it. Trying to swing that little axe like, you know, he was got some real talent or something. Poor thing was pooped out after a few minutes. With all those beans and vegan diet, I think. He can't even run around for more than 30 seconds without feeling like his little heart's going to just peter out on him. Alright, let's go to the next oddity. And this oddity is on weather, which we all know we've seen a lot of really, really odd weather stuff going on. But this is really, really odd. So really look hard and pay attention, because there's some really weird, odd stuff going on. Okay, what did you think of that? I don't know what that is or was up in the sky, but it's not the first time I have seen something similar to that, at least in videos. And I don't know if it comes from like direct energy weapons or some kind of aircraft, you know, that our military government has up there. But that was really, really odd. So strange. And, you know, like I said, we're seeing odder and odder stuff all the time. I mean, right? Look at that right there. That's odd. Really odd. And we've seen otter, right? Like the people that split their tongue. Ooh, and get the little horn things in their head. I mean, this right here, this is actually kind of tame for what we're seeing today. But still, freaking odd. Okay, since we are up in the skies and looking at oddities, might as well look at some more oddities up in the sky. Now this one is a different kind of in the sky. This one is a flying oddity, and people are just getting weirder and weirder. Take a look at this.
You cannot spit at people. You cannot spit at people. Now! Now!
Okay, so my question, of course, first off, is how did she even get on the plane to begin with? How did they not notice that some crazy woman is getting on the flight before they're up in the air? And two, what made her just randomly start wanting to spit on people? Can you imagine being dragged down the aisle of the airplane, trying to spit on people like a child, like a little 2-year-old? That's what she looked like, a little 2-year-old, and they're having to cover her face so that she won't spit on people. Ew, What is wrong with people? We see people spitting all the time lately. You know what we see? We have a nation or nations full of a bunch of grown children. It doesn't matter if they are 20 years old or they are 30 years old. Too many of them are acting like toddlers. And if they're going to act like toddlers, I say that we should treat them like toddlers. Bend them over and whip their rear end with the board in front of everybody. And I think you'll start seeing some people snap out of this. So much has been this baby mentality, you know. Oh, it's not their fault, you know, they can't help it. They were bullied when they were in 4th grade. Their mom didn't give them enough hugs. You know, their dad wasn't there to talk to them every night. Or, oh, you know, they were adopted. I'm sorry, but people who are adopted, wow, that means somebody really, really wanted you. Somebody was willing to pay money for you. Somebody was willing to go through a rigorous screening and probably years of waiting to get you. That's how much you were wanted. That's how much you are loved and adored. I've never understood the mentality of poor me, I'm adopted type of thing. But, you know, I don't know. I think people are baby too much. I think, you know, giving everybody a trophy just because they ran the race is absurd. And now we've got a nation full of grown children that we are having to deal with that spit on people in airplanes. Odd. And she looked odd. And we need to bring back crazy houses to shove these people in. But of course, if we did that, we know that corruption would take over and they'd start putting people who do not belong there in there and leaving the crazies to run the White House. Okay. Well, let's go on to the next one. Now, if you didn't see my video on the CIA and mask, this one definitely ties into it because I talked about this specific vice presidential oddity in my last one, and now I found the video of it. So, take a look at this.
Is it just me, or what is this creature that doesn't breathe and has fish gills or something weird?
Shut down, our businesses were closed, our schools were robbed of so much, and today COVID no longer controls our lives. And 2 years ago, democracy faced its greatest threat to the Civil War, and today, though bruised, our democracy remains unbowed and unbroken.
Something very, very odd and strange going on at the neck up there, wasn't there? Something didn't look right, did it? At all. I don't know. Maybe she's just got a bunch of extra skin there. I don't know. But something about that looked very, very odd and not natural at all to me. But what do you think? Do you think that that was just, you know, her and just she's got a lot of wrinkles and baggage and maybe lost a lot of weight? But that's just really weird. The way it's sticking out on the sides, right? I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. Alright, let's get into the next video. Now, and this one, of course, is a odd, well-known Hollywood actor. So pay very, very close attention to what happens here. Because, of course, I'm not going to be able to say a whole lot on this subject matter here. But if you pay attention, you're going to see what's really, really odd about this clip.
All done. Let me just put a band-aid and I need to hand you over your vaccination card, okay?
Thank you.
You okay?
Yeah.
Okay, you didn't pass out on me, right?
No.
No.
I don't mind.
Okay, all right. So let me give you your paperwork and you're all good.
Okay, what did you think of that? You know, well, of course, we've got to keep, you know, our Hollywood elite, our stars, they have to stay safe, right? Got to keep them good and covered, right? Which is total BS, especially, I guess, if they're higher up in whatever, Freemasons, whatever you want to call it. Of course, they're not going to be doing that, are they? They're going to be pretending to do that, aren't they? All right, well, I can't say a lot about that one, but it was self-explanatory, as I'm sure you all caught very easily. Now, let's go to this next very, very odd video clip. And if you are a fan of Nutella, you definitely want to see this one, because this is odd and you're probably not going to want to eat it anymore. And before you turn away and think, well, I'm just not going to watch, trust me, you want to see this so that you know exactly what you're getting, because you probably don't want to get that anymore. Take a look at this. So, as you can see there, Nutella is just full of bacteria. I mean, tons and tons of it, to the point that it's like, ugh, that's just gross. I would not be eating Nutella anymore. There's been several studies done on it, and they've all come up the same in different locations in different places. I don't think that they care too much anymore what's in our food. I mean, especially since now they're intentionally putting bugs in our food, right? They all want us to eat crickets and stuff like this. It's just gross. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but I'm constantly having to check new lists that come up and find out what's on it and what's got these ingredients and that ingredients and anything that's bioengineered. And now things that say natural flavoring. There's all sorts of chemicals and nasty stuff in anything that's got natural flavoring in it. You got to be careful of that. I mean, it's almost getting to the point where you can hardly eat anything, but, I guess just stick. Your best option is to stick with, natural foods like, corn and, vegetables and stuff that you can buy. And even then, you got to wash them pretty good and take the peel off. And still not 100% on that. But not Nutella. Don't eat Nutella. Ew, gross. Okay, so let's go on to the next video here. And this next video, don't run off whenever you start to see it. It is not a bad word. It's going to sound like a bad word, but it's not a bad word. And this one's just a little more lighthearted fun. Let's take a look at it.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Actually, it's all right, because translated, fuck yo actually means I'll do it. No. Fuck yo.
Fuck you.
Fuck yo.
Fuck you.
Fuck yo.
So see, there you go. Not a bad word anymore. Now it's like, let me do it. I think if somebody said that to me, though, I would never be like, either way, I'd be like, yeah, okay. Up yours, buddy, you do it. Now, I don't know. I guess that's real. I don't know. I don't know what language that is, but hey, it's a nice way to change the word into something good, isn't it? Since they're always changing good words into something bad, it seems like. This is a good switcheroo, isn't it? I like the end how he says it, though. That was funny. Alrighty, let's go into the next clip. And this one is odd, but it's odd in a good way. It's odd how good of an actor or great of an actor this kid is. Wait till you see this one. Now, I gotta tell you, that kid did pretty good, honestly. I mean, if there were actual aliens even possible, I would be like, okay, that kid gets abducted. I mean, he did really, really good with that. And it was adorable, too, at the same time. Alright, now I do have a couple of more really good clips that are interesting, but I cannot show them here because of copyright, and I can't take the sound out of them because the clips won't work. So if you want to see the rest of this, you're going to have to go here, go there, and follow me. And if you don't, that's okay too, but I'm going to leave you with a couple more videos, quick ones on the way out that are funny and interesting here and now. So, be sure and subscribe. Leave me a like. And please, leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought of this. Did you like this? Did you like me doing this little video on oddities? And would you like to see me do some more? I appreciate all of y'all watching. And be sure and share this as well. But I hope to see you all over here as well, because I've got some other videos there that I'm not able to play on YouTube that you will only see here. Okay? So please go there and follow me. We're under the same name, JX Lovely.
Go to sleep right now.
No!
Turn this phone off. I am coming. I am so upset with you right now. Go to bed. Recover. Go to bed.